Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 favourite perfumes. They're all pretty affordable apart from one or two which are more high end, but I've got some really good deals for you guys from the low end high street to upper end high street, so keep watching. The first perfume is actually from Primark. Now they do loads and loads of different perfumes and they all sort of smell similar. However, this one in particular is the one that always caught my eye. I've bought about 3 bottles and I've just finished my 3rd bottle now because it's just so amazing. There isn't loads in it, but it's definitely the cheapest out of all of them and I really do love it. It is the Primark's PS Love in Noir and it sort of mimics the shape of the Chanel Chance perfumes, except it's not a fraction of the price. It's so much more than a fraction of the price. It is outstanding, the price of this. It is only £3.50 and it smells amazing. I pretty much only get compliments when I'm wearing this perfume. This is definitely fantastic for every day. I wear it all the time and it smells amazing. This is 50ml. It doesn't say what it's got in it, what the notes are, and I'm not really good at explaining because obviously on the Primark website it tells you how much it is, but it doesn't say what notes there are in it. I'm guessing there's definitely vanilla in it. It's got a spice to it as well. I'm not sure whether you'd call that a musk. I don't think it's a muskiness. It's more on the sweet side with a bit of spice, if that makes any sense. But definitely got some vanilla in it. And it's definitely one of my go-tos. Not entirely my favourite. It's not my top favourite, because obviously this is my top 5 favourites, so obviously this is in my top 5 favourites. This is one of my favourites, but it isn't the highest at the top. So that's this one. £3.50, definitely go and pick it up in Primark. The second perfume I've got is the most expensive out of the lot. I got this as a present and from the airport as well, because duty free is usually a little bit cheaper and I knew that I had to get it in the airport, otherwise it's going to be too expensive everywhere else. This is the Viktor and Rolf Bonbon. I've been wanting to get a Viktor and Rolf for ages. Like years and years ago when I first started collecting Vogue magazines, I smelt the original Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb in that Vogue magazine, because you get the little pull away samples, and I knew one day I wanted to get that perfume, and I was in the airport and they'd just come out with this Bonbon one, and I was trying to decide between the two because I didn't know which one I wanted to get, and this one was just slightly sweeter and slightly better. So it's a very sweet smell, but it's got that little bit of sophistication still in it. It's not a sickly sweet smell like another perfume that I got. This is very pricey. I found it on John Lewis for £75, and that's only for a 50ml, so I would advise, if you did want to pick this up, to try and get it perhaps in airport at duty free. I'm going to read you what it says for the notes. Composed of sparkling effervescent mandarin and orange slices crystallise into crackling pieces of caramel wrapping succulent fruit. That sounds nice. The sweetness of paradise peach accord flirts tenderly with supple caramel notes clinging to the roundness of peach's fleecy surface. Well, that sounds really nice. If someone described that to me, no matter what it looked like, that's something that I would go for. So that is the Bonbon one. The third perfume I've got to show you is the second cheapest of this, of the perfumes that I've got to show you, and it is the Britney Spears in Fantasy, because I know they had like a blue bottle, but I wasn't sure exactly what that one was called. This is 30ml, I think this is 30ml. And in Boots at the moment it is going for £15 for 50ml. This is definitely a very sweet smell. It's sickly to wear all the time for me anyway. If you're a sucker for sweet smells, this is the go-to, and it is quite affordable. I mean, apart from the Primark one, which was ridiculously cheap, and very, very disposable to just chuck in your handbag and wear 24/7. This is the next best thing. It's a very cute packaging. It's quite old, this one. I've had it for ages, however that it doesn't smell like it's out of date at all, which means it lasts for a very, very long time. I'm going to read you the notes of it because obviously does help. So the fragrance family is a fruity floral smell, so that's what I said. It's really sweet, it is fruity, it is floral as well. The fragrance notes, they say that the top note is lush red lychee, golden quince and exotic kiwi. Middle notes is delicious cupcake accord, jasmine petals and sexy white chocolate orchid. The base note is creamy musk, enchanted orris root and sensual wood. So obviously off the bat, when I do spray it, it is very sweet. And then obviously after time, the base notes is the ones that linger on the most. It turns into a more woody, musky feel, but it's still very sweet. It's not a very musky smell like men's perfume. So if you like musky perfumes, I'm sorry, you've come to the wrong channel. The fourth perfume I've got is my most recent perfume. It was also a gift from my other half, and it is the Victoria's Secrets in Scandalous. It's a gorgeous bottle. It's got this sort of spiky detailing, a nice gold lid with the old-fashioned pump which you clip up like that, so you can see at the bottom there, that's done up, that's open, and then you squeeze so that it comes out, and it comes out very sparsely, but just enough so that you can spritz loads in everywhere you want to without wasting too much, because not a lot comes out when you do squeeze the pump. And it's just a gorgeous ornament to have in my room, and it's a perfume that smells absolutely gorgeous. It isn't as sweet as the other fragrances that I've got, but I sort of like that because it's something different that I never had before. This is 50ml, and I know this is going to last a long time because, as I said, when you spray it on, it's a good few sprays, and it's probably half the amount that you would with a normal perfume, just because where it comes out really heavy, it starts dripping down your neck, and it probably doesn't get absorbed into your pores as well as this does, because this is very minimal but spreads out a lot in different places. So this is the second most expensive perfume, however it's still not the most expensive that I've come across. Like obviously the Chanel's are very expensive, but this is, so I can actually, again, we got this from duty free at the airport when we came back from somewhere, but I could find this on a website called All Beauty, and it is selling for £55, and that is for 100ml, which to be fair is a very good price for 100ml, because this is half the amount, and I thought that this cost about that for this amount, so that is very good. For 100ml is £54.95, basically £55. I'm going to read you the notes of it. So it says, I'm going to read exactly what it says instead of just the notes. So it says, indulge in a sultry fragrance of fruity floral notes and sublime veins of heavenly sweetness. Secret Scandalous by Victoria's Secrets is an intriguing scent that opens with a brushstroke of tangy raspberry. So that's really nice. So that's actually a little bit different, whereas with the other fruity scents. I feel like you do get the more citrus side because they're very sweet, whereas this is more of a berry with the tangy raspberry, which is really nice to have. Flowing on, the fresh and elegant aroma of peony balances out this tartness, and ultimately a sweet nutty base of praline closes the fragrance in comfort. So that is really nice. It's slightly different, so basically it is like the other ones where you have a fruity floral smell, but it has got a bit of a twist. So as they said, it's got praline in it, so a bit of a nutty sweety smell, and then the raspberry, but it's more of a tangy raspberry, so it's got a bit of a bitterness to it, and I really like this smell. It's just slightly different, and it's really gorgeous as an ornament as well. Whether you've got a black themed room, a gold themed room, or a pink themed room, it is very, very versatile. So we're on to the very last perfume, which is ultimately my favourite perfume. I think it's one of the first precious perfumes that I got. I think again it was a present. I never really buy perfumes for myself, they always end up being presents, but I don't mind that because I'd rather spend my money on other stuff. I do cherish my perfumes, but I am most attached to this one because this is the first scent that I felt sophistication, and I felt, I don't know, there's a warmth and spice to this fragrance that I can't seem to find in any other fragrance in perfume shops. So you've seen my sort of sweet side to perfumes, and this still has a bit of a sweet side, but it's more of a spice, not a muskiness because it hasn't got that hard woody musk smell, but it is got more of a spice sophistication to it, and it is the Roberto Cavalli. I think it's the original one. I know they do different ones in this bottle, but it's just the gold one and the gold top, and this one is in 50ml. This is such a gorgeous scent. It's so different. It smells high end, and it isn't a high end price. It's got like a magnetic lid, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It just reminds me of holiday, of summer, of winter, of everything, because I wear this on special occasions. And I think this is my second bottle of Roberto Cavalli. It does end up going quite quick, even though it's for special occasions, because I spray it all over my body. And this retails for £32 in Boots at the moment. I think that's on offer. Yes, I think it's half price. It's half price in Boots at the moment, and that's for 75ml, and this is only 50ml, so it is bigger than this one for £32, and that's a really, really good price. It says for the 75ml it was £64, so it's not the cheapest, but it is cheaper than the Viktor and Rolf Bonbon, and it's one of them ones where if you're treating yourself, just go ahead and buy it, and it won't really break the bank. So I'm going to read to you what it says for the fragrance notes. The fragrance family is ambery floral, so the amberness I think is where I can smell the spice rather than the sweetness side. And then on the floral notes it says the top note is pink pepper, which again that must be the spice part to it. I've never seen pink pepper, or pepper for that matter, in a fragrance, maybe not in the ones that I've bought before. But that's all it says on the Boots website. I'm a bit disappointed with that detail. I'm going to read to you what it says for the actual fragrance. So it describes the bottle. So it says the solid glass base invokes the strength and the power of its character, crowded by a tiara-shaped cap formed by Roberto Cavalli's golden seal. It is an exuberant and sunny fragrance. So couldn't agree more. That's what I meant by it feeling like a high-end product. I mean, I feel like it's worth every penny, and it does feel more high-end because of the weight of it. I didn't really realise before, but when they said glass bottle, I was like, actually it is a glass bottle, and it does feel really heavy. I mean, there is less than half left in the bottle, and it feels really heavy still and really high end, which is absolutely gorgeous. So that was my top 5 favourite perfumes. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you've got any other recommendations on any perfumes you think I'd like, please comment down below. I'm going to try my best to link all of these perfumes down in the description box, but that's all for me. So thank you guys for watching, and until the next time guys, bye.